Um, I've I've been wanting to speak about this for quite some time now, and the reason why I wanted to speak about this is because um, it's funny, and some people, well, a lot of people may get offended by what I say, but what I'm going to speak about is somewhat the truth, and what I'm going to say may offend some people, but at the end of the day, it is the truth. And some people don't want to hear the truth. All right. There's a video going around. I didn't catch all of it. I think I caught a part of it or something along that line. And it was this Mexican guy talking about how they don't want to follow the black people, and the black people ain't got their stuff together, and that he's gonna he believes in the Latinos and all these other groups that have come into the country from other countries, and I'm saying to myself, this is crazy, because the majority of these people that come to this country are leaving their country or their homeland and coming to my country, which is America, and making it seem like that what they're doing is great. I was talking to my son the other day, and one of the things he mentioned is, a lot of these people come from these other countries are fleeing their countries. Turmoil, communism, or whatever is taking over that country, and they're actually fleeing, leaving that country. They're not fighting to maintain anything. They're just leaving and coming here to hopefully start a new life, and I understand that. The problem is, we've been fighting for this country, and we were kidnapped and brought to America. You guys, I mean, when I say you guys, I'm talking about these other cultures. They fled. They ran over here. The Irish, the Italians, the Germans, the Japanese, the Chinese. A lot of these people fled their countries for a better life over here. We, on the other hand, were kidnapped, drug over here, built a vast majority of this country, and yet and still they don't recognize we fought for something. We fought to stay where we were. You guys fled. That may not make a lot of sense to you, because you say, well, we want a better life, blah, 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 blah. I understand that. But when you talk about black people, we're very resilient. And here's the subject I want to talk about, because a lot of you don't understand the struggles that black people have gone through, are going through, and continue to go through, but we still fight. The civil rights that we fought for didn't just start in the 60s. It started a long time before then. But we were persistent. We didn't give up. We didn't flee. But yet, a lot of you enjoy and have enjoyed the fruit of our labor, of our willingness to fight for your civil rights as well as ours. When we talk about DEI and how you're giving black people more opportunities than you're giving white people and white men, is basically that's what it is. Because see, a lot of you don't really, I don't know if they've whitewashed history so bad that I don't even think you even notice. Women, white women, were not allowed to vote, and in the 1960s, they were finally given an opportunity to vote, and they fought for certain things themselves. But what I'm saying is, they fought off of us. When they talk about affirmative action, it's because of affirmative action that many of you were able to come into this country and work and gain employment and all that other stuff. It wasn't just black people. There was a time when they didn't like the Irish. There was a time when they didn't like the Italians. There was a time they definitely didn't like the Germans. They interred the Japanese. But all of these people benefited off of our suffering and off of our fighting for civil rights. The thing that you got the benefits of what we fought for, and I'm not mad that you did, but you don't appreciate what we went through to get you the rights that you enjoy in this country. This isn't, and I don't want to make it sound like it's a black issue. It ain't, but it is, because you blame us for stuff, but you don't see who's the one really causing you the problem. When we fought for equal rights, and you have to know this, Jews couldn't live in certain areas that were set for so-called white people only. Okay? Blacks were also redlined. Were told they can't get this, they can't get that. So see, when we were fighting, our struggle that we got benefit everybody else. And what's funny is they move all these people up above us. I remember this guy, and God rest his soul, he was from Brazil. And he was telling me all of the fine things that they had in Brazil. And I'm sure Brazil is a beautiful country. And I asked him, if Brazil was so great, why did you come to America? Why did you come to North America? Why did you come to the United States? And he told me for opportunity. I understand that. But guess what? The blood of my people made it possible for him and other Latinos and other people from other nations to come here and enjoy the freedoms that they do now, because black people fought. They didn't run away. They fought for these opportunities. And so you have to, you may not like it, but that's the truth. They fought for these opportunities. Another thing. I was just talking to an older couple, an older white couple, because I'm going to make it plain as I can. And I asked how they doing. They said, oh, we're from California, and everybody, they just so woke in California. And I'm asking them, I said, so what do you mean everybody's woke? Well, you know, they believe in all this communism and this and this, and he started naming some things. And so my question to him was, do you understand what it means to be woke? Because a lot of white folks are good at stealing stuff from people. And I always say this: they want to dance like us, they want to sing like us, they want to talk like us, but they just don't want to be us. And that's a lot of cultures. They take on a lot of the attributes of our singing and our culture. I mean, when you see people, white people, but whatever the color, and they using the word my nigga and all this, that's funny. And it's not funny to ha-ha, but it's funny to say, you take it, you want to use words that you really don't understand the history of, and then when you try to define it, you got it all wrong. Stop using our words and you don't understand the meaning of them. I mean, because it's true. I mean, when they talk about woke, because that's what white people are always saying, oh, you woke, you woke, you woke, you woke. And you have to ask yourself, woke from what? Woke from what? What does it mean to be woke? And, oh, you got these new cultures and you want to bring communism in? No, because most of the white folks that talk about wokeness on the Republican side, I'm just going to use that as an example. You look at some of the people in that culture over there on the other side, or the MAGA people, whatever, and they got a lot of bigotry. See, I don't use the word racism, because racism talks about pride in one's race, and that's where that word and bigotry gets mixed up. Racial bigotry or bigotry is totally different from racism. Racism is, it's when people like their own race. And that's okay. Bigotry, on the other hand, is when you hate someone because of their race. So when you hear about these people calling black people niggers and all that other stuff, that's bigotry. That's bigotry. And it's crazy because it's getting to the place now where people think they can just say what they want to you. Now, me personally, I'm not so much into the word. If I walk up to a group of kids and they call each other nigger, that doesn't bother me. You know why it doesn't bother me? Because it ain't my business. What will bother me is if you direct it towards me in a way that I detect is derogatory or bigoted. Then I'm going to react accordingly. But it's just crazy. I learned this a couple of years ago. You've heard of hush puppies? They're made out of cornmeal and different types of seasoning, and usually when you cooking fish or have some kind of fish dinner, people usually cook hush puppies with them, and they're pretty good. But hush puppies, the actual word that we used, come from the fact when slaves used to run away from their masters and they would send out the bloodhounds to track them down. The hush puppies were cooked and placed on the trail to throw off the dogs. And that gave them more time to get away. That's why they called hush puppies, because they would follow that scent. They'd eat that food, and that gives them more time for the blacks to get away. Now that's just simple stuff. But when you tell somebody, sir, you need to pay attention to what's going on, that's what it means to be awake, is that you noticing what's going on around you. The reason why they don't want you to be what they call woke, because like the Trump administration is doing, and I really don't mean to bring that to bump that, but it's like they want to do what they want to do, and hopefully you don't catch them. That's what it means. You want to pay attention to what's going on, because it's going to affect you. And if it's going to affect you, then you should be paying attention, or wake up, as they say. Look around you. But anyway, I just wanted to get that out, because it's messed up what we're about to go through now. And you know what's so funny?